Darryl Learie here. Oh man. So today I decided to do some kite aerial photography because I wanted to take my first 360 picture up in the air. So today was the first time I took my 360 camera and attached it to the kite line and flew it up about 153 feet. And I wanted to use this app that would take pictures every 5 seconds or so. And I somewhat, it's a bit of a time-lapse app, but it's not the time-lapse feature that I was using. It's got a feature where it will show you the series of photos that it's taken before you make a time-lapse, and you can choose to download those onto your phone. So anyways, it snowed in Edmonton, and it's been like the second or third day of snow, and so I never did a winter cap before, and I thought I was sort of like on the fence about it, even though it's technically spring. And it was about -2, about -8 with the wind chill. Winds were blowing at about 11 miles per hour. But I put on my winter boots and long johns and a sweater and a jacket and gloves and hat, and I went out there in about 6 inches of snow, and I started off the kite, and there was this one corner, oh it was hell, where I could tell there was real turbulence in the air, right? And the kite wanted to nosedive every time it got into that turbulence, What I really should have done is I should have fixed the kite into some clean air versus the dirty air, the turbulent air, so I would know that the kite is fixed and it's stationary and it's not going crazy before hooking on my iPhone 6 and 360 camera onto the line. But the kite swirled into a tree. God forbid. It was hell. So it was stuck on a series of branches, and what I did is I grabbed I grabbed the line on two ends, and I tried to push it down and then try to hop the string off the branch. And I was able to bend down one of the branches until I was able to actually grab it, and I was trying to bend it to get it off, but I broke off the branch. So there's this big piece of branch, probably about 4 feet long, broken off in the field. And then I managed to get it off the other branch. Some guy came by and said, "Oh, you're gonna have to cut your string," and I thought, no, I paid too much money for that string, so I'm not gonna cut it no matter what. So I finally got the kite airborne again, and oh geez, second time round to hit the turbulent air. The wind directions were all crazy today, so it hit a house, the roof, and then it slid down into someone's yard. I don't think they were home, thank God. So I didn't even have to go into the backyard to get the kite. I just pulled on the line until I retrieved my kite, so that was good. But I ended up taking about 78 360 pictures, and only one was good enough to share, unfortunately. And I didn't even have time to set the white balance on the 360 picture. I set it for 32 hundredths of a second, which definitely was a fast enough shutter speed, because the 360 camera was just hanging on a string, so I needed really fast shutter speed so that I wouldn't get any motion blur in the picture. But I shared it on Facebook, and you see it's got a lot of blue in it. It should be a lot of white. The conditions today weren't that good. It was actually snowing, and the sky was completely saturated to a white tinge. So it really wasn't the most promising day to take pictures. I also took a video with my iPhone 6 of the skies at about 214 feet. But unfortunately, the cutout in the container that I put the iPhone in had some tape that was sticking up on the bottom, and some electrical tape I had put over the top, so if it ever went upside down the iPhone wouldn't slip out. And so this tape got into the scene, and none of the footage was usable. I had about 45 minutes of footage, and I figured the hell with it. I'm not even gonna put it up on YouTube. But the Picave worked really well. The Picave kept it fairly steady, actually. It was a big improvement, and there was no rotation, of course, because the Picave is attached on 2 points of the line. This is the Picave. Okay, so it's a little tangled at the top there, but basically the Picave's purpose is to keep the containers level, no matter if which direction the line is moving. So yeah, that time-lapse app I used, I neglected to do a particular setting on it, and that would have been a setting that would have saved all the picture stills, which would have been nice 8 megapixel pictures, which is like 4 times the resolution of 2 megapixel pictures that I would have to otherwise extract from video on that particular app. So and then when I was setting up the kite, I was inserting a spreader, and there's 2 pieces of fabric on the back of the kite that tore off. The fabric more or less connects the spreader and the spine of the kite to the kite and the spreaders. It joins them in a cross section. Kite still flies well though, but I'm gonna have to do some sewing tomorrow to fix it up. Grab some thread and needle and see what I can do. It shouldn't be an impossible fix, you know. Thread is the best way to fix it, you know. I don't want to throw the kite off balance or anything like that. I was a little bit worried about getting my technology wet, you know. When I took my 360 cameras, I actually, this is my 360 camera here. I actually covered, this and this, and the front button and all these buttons on the side, with duct tape, so that no water would get into those holes. I forgot about these microphone holes, but it seems like my 360 camera's working fine, so that's good. It looks like no water got into there. But that was my quick way of waterproofing that, more or less. So I uploaded my one good 360 picture up to Google Maps, and it's my first Google Maps aerial shot. So tomorrow I'll probably sew that little part on the kite, and I'm just gonna wait till the snow melts. Trying to grab all this cord in the middle of 6 inches of snow is not very much fun. I just really wish I would have gotten much better shots though. But and then I got home. See, I had a bunch of cord, about 500 feet of cord spread all over the field, and I didn't feel like winding up all the cord at the field there, because it was getting cold, and I was using my fingers the whole time, to control the kite line. So I just grabbed all the cord into a bundle and threw it in my backpack, and figured I would untangle it when I get home. It took me about 2 hours to untangle 500 feet of string. Hey, how are you doing? It's good seeing you. I put up my first 360 aerial shot onto Google Maps today. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's not the best shot. The white balance was off. But with the 9-foot Delta kite, I was able to lift both my iPhone 6 with the container, plus the 360 camera, plus the altimeter, in 11 mile per hour winds. So that was pretty good. So after untangling all that cord, which my wife never thought I would be able to do because it was just tangled. But I've got it all here. So I made some adjustments to my container to make sure once again that the hole in the container is large enough for the iPhone 6 lens to see through without any part of the container getting into the view of the camera's phone. So I think it should work much better this time. So I'm just trying to take everything I'm learning from my experiences with kite aerial photography and trying to improve every time I do that. So probably be about a week, I think, before I go out and do another attempt. I just want a really nice windy day that's like windy from like morning till night, so I can get out there at like 10 a.m. maybe and just put all the cameras out there. The only camera I didn't put up in the air today was the 3D camera. So yeah. But yeah, that's capping in the winter is not fun. But I don't know. I'm sort of glad I did it. I mean that one 360 shot, was a first on 2 points. First time I put a 360 camera up in the air, and the first time I put an aerial 360 shot onto Google Maps. So I'll see what other creative 360 shots I can put into Google Maps. Which reminds me, on Google Maps I've only got 2 virtual tours plotted out. So I probably got about 8 more virtual tours to do, so I'll have to find some time to do that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And take care of yourself. I'm tired. And I'm out.